Before we get started this evening, in the spirit of giving, which is this holiday season, please watch this.
Juice, bro.
Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend.
And I'm James, your black friend.
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Sweet. I'm Tyrus, your fatter and blacker friend. How you doing?
Well, this is a very fat and black Christmas special. We've got a lot of weight here, a lot of girth, and a
We
lot
are robust, man.
Robust.
rotund even. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got our normal shtick that we're gonna do with a lot of stuff to go over. We've also got some other things to talk about. But before we get into our normal shtick, and just for those of you tuning in, James is still going through a wardrobe change for some reason. I'm not sure. He decided just before the show came live to change his shirt. So, anyways,
I was wearing it earlier, and I
uh,
yeah. Anyways, so
sure, and the audience knows that. So,
doesn't matter.
anyways, this is a live and interactive Podmas special.
Yes.
So it is Wednesday, December 21st, 2022 at 8:33 p.m.
That's correct,
right.
sir.
8:33 p.m.
Right.
We're coming on late, and normally we come on around 8. Tyrus, why are we coming on late today?
Because
That
I
guy's fault.
literally just walked in the door from work.
That guy's
I'm
fault.
back at work, y'all. I'm back at work.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, after some much needed time off after getting rear-ended.
Yeah.
And before we get into anything, the first thing I wanted to do is on a recent episode of our Podmasses, you were talking about things to do in Las Vegas, and
Right.
something came up during that episode about a drink called a jelly donut.
Right.
And that involves Chambord
Right.
and Irish cream.
Right.
Or Bailey's, but obviously I don't have that with me right now.
It's like
so
Kirkland brand.
that's right. It's probably Bailey's.
Costco. All right.
Yeah.
So I am going to go ahead and make myself one of
jelly
these
donut.
jelly
Okay.
donuts. Normally they're layered. I'm not going to take the time to get a spoon out and pour slowly and all of that stuff. I'm just going to do my best to try and make this thing.
In your test run, did you use a spoon or no?
I did. For my test run, I made one for my wife, and I made it properly. So this is not proper. They're mixed together.
Sounds horrible, man. You know what that drink reminds me of? That one guy that's on social media that makes those wild looking drinks, but he never drinks any of it.
What?
You never watched those videos where it's tipsy bartender or something like that?
Why would you make a drink that you don't actually drink?
It's like
he never
crazy.
drinks. I've seen the guy. I know who you're talking about, but he never actually drinks his stuff. He just makes it, displays it, and then
it's craziness what he's making though.
But he doesn't even try. I mean, what?
He doesn't drink any of it. Like
that's a weird bartender, because like I know most bartenders, especially if they're making something like some kind of drink, they're creating something, they taste it. At least a straw in and boom to see how it tastes.
Generally, yes, and he does do that occasionally, but it's pretty rare. So, in regards to this drink, maybe there is something to do with the layering, because it does not taste like a jelly donut. To me, it tasted like a bit of a strawberry shake.
Either way, I mean that's not bad either, right?
It's not bad. I feel like it's a waste of Chambord, which is a high-end liqueur. It's not
Right.
cheap.
Try. I mean, like then you know what I would say. Like next time, try it layered. See how it tastes. See if it tastes
Okay,
different
hold
that
on.
way.
Let's just here. Let me.
I'm sorry, that just does not sound attractive to me. I'm number one, I'm not a sweet drinks guy.
Attractive to you?
That doesn't even sound attractive. I'm just saying a raspberry liqueur, right? A rather expensive one, and Costco brand Irish cream.
Okay, first of all, let's be clear. Don't be knocking Costco brand because the Costco
brand
vodka
is the same.
Is
Hey,
Grey Goose.
You know what?
Oh, you love Grey Goose.
Kirkland makes everything. I really can't complain.
Oh, I told you.
It's not Kirkland that makes it.
No, it's the other company. They bought enough of it so they could put their name on it.
Yeah, this is probably Bailey's. It's probably comes from the Bailey's facility. It's just Kirkland spent so much money and said, "Hey, how much is it going to cost us to make 1,000 cases of this with our label on it?"
Oh, by the way, I'm drinking Old Fezziwig, which is a seasonal Sam.
I feel like you've already had that.
I did, but I had one left over. I was gonna the cold Snap IPA, which is also very delicious, which is a seasonal. I drank both of those.
I usually don't drink during the week, but this is special, so I managed to pour myself a little bit of añejo from the motherland.
From the motherland? What motherland?
Mexico? Cabo San Lucas, man.
I'm sorry. You're
the motherland
now.
The motherland of all tequilas comes from Jalisco.
Okay. So I had the second one.
I'll give that to you.
I had it. I layered it better.
Does it make a difference?
I definitely I could distinctly taste the different flavors where before it kind of just was a mix.
Right.
You know what I think I would do with this? I think I would add some rum. No, I'm sorry. Add some vodka. Make a white Russian, but make it a bloody Russian. Because it would be this. Because obviously a Chambord gives it that purple reddish look.
Right.
So called a bloody Russian.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. With
some cream. I feel like it'd probably be a decent mixed drink on ice, but just like this, it's
okay.
Not the business. But I've got some more spiced rum. I'm gonna finish this sucker off right now.
My man.
Mark's gonna be hungover tomorrow.
Hey man, I work from home.
Oh man,
you are lucky, bro.
I work from home. I sit in front of a computer. I type into Excel spreadsheets. It's pretty easy. So
me, I work hard on trying to stay awake while driving all day.
I couldn't do it. I really
I don't like. Plus, I don't like driving that much.
I don't see, and that's the thing. I don't mind driving long distances, like the drive from here to Disneyland. I don't mind doing that. I mean, I don't want to do it every day, but it's okay. But what you do, constantly just sitting in traffic, going light to light, no, thank you. No.
Well, it's not that bad, and I mean, you get used to
some
it.
roads have some roads have that bus lane too, right? It's not. It's like
for a bus lane, we only have one route that utilizes a bus lane, and it's pretty terrible. On top of that, but I mean, I get paid well, and the way I think about it, I get paid to drive. So, plus, it's not only that; it is a ton of entertainment. You hear everybody's stories, man. I remember back when I first came on the show for the first time, Mark was talking about doing like a career day or something like that. And I was like, I'll unload a whole bunch of bus driver stories on you guys. Man, when we do that, man, I'll give you some stories, man. Lots of stuff happens. I mean, there was a certain TV show on HBO that was for adults and it involved taxi cabs. That stuff is real, man. That stuff is real, bro. It's man.
These are my confessions.
And people will tell you their life stories on the bus. And you know what? It's some of it's like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Go sit down.
You get repeat people that see you
All
like
the
you see
time.
all every day.
All the time.
Regulars.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, what's up? You know them by name?
Oh yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
You see, when you're this route that I'm working now, not because I only worked it for like 2 weeks and then I was out for a month.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm back on it and they're like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the guy that runs this route.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you're not. And I'm like, he was a temporary.
Yeah. You get
I'm
to
the
know
guy
me
you're
now.
going to see for the next 4 months.
You get to see me now.
Until the second week of January, then it's a new schedule.
Wow. Look at me now. I just got used to the last guy.
Like, you're mean. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm being nice by saying that I'm mean. They say other stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm also known as, you're like every other agent is so like, you're like the nicest one we've ever met.
Yeah, talk to you in about 2 years, bro. I'm gonna see you in Vegas. Take your laptops out your bag. Didn't I tell you to take your laptop off? Take your shoes off.
I already have to do that, but I'm like, yo, come on,
You're
people.
getting there. You're getting there, bro.
Act like you've been here before. Let's go. All right.
I took us off subject.
Now back to our regular scheduled program.
All right. So just out of curiosity, Tyrus, why are you here?
Why am I here? Because
in life, why do you exist? What is your
Wow.
In life,
we just went philosophical on it.
Why am I here? Why do I exist? It's because one day my mother and father got horny. That's what happened. That's why I'm here. But anyways,
that's why we're all here, baby.
Why are you here tonight?
Tonight, well, let's just say over the past couple of days, the three of us have exchanged gifts.
Yeah, that's true. And we have exchanged some gifts. We each took a night to open up the gifts from each other.
Yeah.
James, you went first and opened up my gifts and Tyrus's gifts. Right. And then I went second and opened up the gifts from both of you. And then Tyrus went last. And Tyrus, you had a unique situation. Why don't you share that with the audience?
Well, see, I live in an area where the United States postal system is not reliable. It was an expedited package from Mark, and he did send it via UPS, but for some reason, UPS likes to hand their stuff over to the post office on their last delivery. So my package from Mark got to the post office on the 13th and sat there until yesterday. I got the package yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yo, postal service. Oh wow.
In my area, the postmaster someone has to say something or do something, because my cousin, for those of you who know, I bought a house, and welcome to my home. My cousin sent me a card, and it had a Home Depot card in it, and I could have used that definitely, but the post office, whoever employee, decided to open up the envelope, take the Home Depot card out, scratch the decal off, use the card, and then put the card back in the envelope and reseal it.
Yo, what?
They could have just took the card and I wouldn't have known, but that's how reliable my postal system is in my area. But
so I can confirm this. My grandmother used to live not far from where Tyrus is today, and we had to stop sending her like birthday cards, Christmas cards, stuff like that, and vice versa. There's an outbound issue too, so she's had to stop sending us stuff, because if she put a check in there, if she put a gift card in there, or vice versa, didn't get it, and sometimes didn't even get the card.
Bruh, what? Oh my God! Somebody that
it's been going on for this long,
wherever that area is, like that post office, people need to get fired. That's just theft, downright. and
Well,
that's
and
not.
it's a federal crime.
Yeah,
So
because you're open. Yeah, and so like some people need to be
Unless you
losing
can
their
prove
jobs,
it.
doing some jail time.
Unless you can prove it,
That's the thing that's killing me. It's like you got cameras everywhere in that facility except on the trucks. I mean, for some
even a lot of them have
ridiculous
trucks, have cameras on the trucks now.
It's just
That's why
man.
I told my family moving forward, if anyone wanted to bless me with something like a gift card or something,
Zelle.
it's gonna just digital. Give me
Yeah.
they make a digital option, just
Exactly.
digital.
Do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, Mark's package, the gift, like James' package came in and sat there, and I was itching to open it, but I didn't. I was patient. But Mark's package just sat at the post office for days, just collecting dust, and then
Is anybody gonna take me out?
finally got it yesterday. It was, oh man, and to top it off, it's damaged.
Yo, first, okay. Here's the thing: UPS, step your game up. Stop having stop having USPS deliver your stuff at the end. If anybody's gonna deliver it, y'all should deliver it. That's just first off. I mean, I understand it's the holidays and that kind of thing, but step your game up. I mean, I don't know. I assume. I know FedEx also uses the post office. USPS. Oh, they don't use it at all.
Other way around, USPS uses FedEx.
Well, then, yeah, but basically,
Mhm.
FedEx got it right. UPS, you always talk about you're like the best and everything else. Step your game up because that's not okay.
FedEx did it right when they bought Kinko's,
Yo,
and then
worked for them too.
yeah.
So the great gift exchange happened. We all opened our gifts, and let's talk about from the giving perspective. Who wants to go first? James?
Yeah, that's
Since
fine.
you made sure to do such a unique gift for me versus Tyrus, and let's hear yours.
Well, actually, the gifts were actually supposed to be the same. I wanted to get so the glasses that you got, the Fat and Black Connection as well as the 97 and now. The Tyrus was also supposed to get the same glasses. But when I was when I was watching his, I was like, wait, no, he's supposed to get the same glass. And so I called him like immediately. I was like, bro, my bad. Like you were supposed to get both. You weren't supposed to get the same glass. Because he got two Fat and Black Connection glasses.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to get Fat and Black Connection as well as the 97 and now. And so in VR.
What does that even mean?
Wow. He's got a Jim's checking in. Thank you, Jim. He also, but he is he has
he's on
Oculus?
Facebook, so he might be watching on an Oculus.
Yeah, he's watching on Oculus. So
those things are awesome, by the way.
So that's cool. I'm glad you're watching us that way. That's we need to figure out a 3D feature for that. But anyways, like so when he got the same glasses, I was like, no, and I went and checked my receipts for those, and I noticed somehow I made a mistake there. But I really we drink on my main thing is MetaQuest. My bad, sorry. That's the newer one, not the Oculus. Anyways, so yeah, I was a little disappointed that he got two of the same glasses, but I called him right after. I was like, bro, you were supposed to get two of the different ones. And he was like, don't worry about it. I really like these. And I was like, cool. All right, then that works out fine. But I figured, you know what? We drink on the show. Let me get some glasses that represent the show and the production company and make sure that, show them my love that way.
And did you get some for yourself?
I planned on it, but at the time I was just like, you know what? No, I'll get myself some later because that the designs and stuff are saved on the page, the personalized mall. Now, personalized mall is not Sky Mall, Tyrus. Personalized mall is basically just if you want anything personalized. So like you can get over the holidays, they have, I mean, probably even not during the holidays, but they have stockings that you can have, get monogrammed. Yeah, you get names put on them. The glasses, you can actually get pictures put on them. You can get kind of whatever you want done to them, the names on them, whatnot. And so it took me a while because I really wanted to get these glasses. Unfortunately, they're not exactly the way I wanted them because I wanted them etched. But I'm guessing they might have to be hand washed. Sorry, Mark. But but the thing is that that was the thing I was thinking about. I was like, yo, we drink on the show. And so I think glasses with the logos would be dope.
Did anyone else just see something flying in the background on James's camera?
Oh, there was
like
a
little floaty
dust,
or something.
yeah, a little dust thing.
Whoa. No, man, that looked like a ghost.
And
anyway. Jim questions if y'all are even old enough to remember Sky Mall.
Yeah.
You know what? I loved Sky Mall. Whenever
That's the first place I ever saw. That's the first place I ever saw the hot dog toaster with the you could put the hot dog and the buns in the toaster. You remember those? You seen that?
A lot of ridiculous stuff.
It was like the sleds for like no reason. I'm like, bro, when will I ever need a sled?
Jim, what was that thing flying? Because that looked like some.
I saw it too, but it was like
specter.
Dude, James is about to get abducted by some aliens, man. What was that store? What was that store at the? It wasn't Spencer's? No, it wasn't Spencer's.
Remembered?
James, it's where you used to work.
Something. There was like a store.
Sharper Image.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Oh yeah,
that's what I remember.
Yeah,
all the ridiculous stuff in there,
from card shufflers to massage chairs.
Yes, James did a stint as a salesperson at the Sharper Image at the Great Mall, right?
No, not a Great Mall, at Stone Ridge.
I knew it had to be one of the high-end malls. That wouldn't be at New Park.
New
Park came up as of late.
I don't live there anymore, so it doesn't matter.
They have been remodeling it.
They've been remodeling that thing for decades.
Well, now that there's a 24-hour fitness there, and
they moved it from across the way.
Yeah, it's literally what was it, like a Macy's or something? Was it Macy's there?
No, it couldn't have. The Macy's is the only store that's still there.
Was it a Sears or a JC?
It's either the Sears. Which side is it on? Like where Red Robin was, or is it on the opposite side? It
doesn't matter.
Department store. One of the department stores is a 24-hour fitness, and then on the other end there is an AMC Theaters now, and that's actually my preferred.
Been there for a while.
It's my
I believe the theater is where Target used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's come up a little bit. I hate malls, so I really
whatever. Anyways,
it doesn't matter. So James got us all pint glasses. Thank you, James. And
yes, sir.
Tyrus, you're up.
So there is one reason why I got you guys the same exact thing. I got you guys a 10-inch digital picture frame. Now, if you guys have played around with them,
still in the box.
you know it's 32 gigs, and so imagine how many pictures you can do with 32 gigs. But it's not only picture; you can also put video in it. It's touchscreen, and it has like the weather on it. You can set an alarm on it, all that other stuff. And the reason why I did this is because it's not only you two. I'm doing this with family and other friends from high school as well. What's going on is when I've had people introduce them to my house and walk them around, like one of my sisters actually was like, "There's no pictures of me on your wall," and I'm like, "Well, come over and go on a vacation with me and stuff, and you'll see them."
Yeah.
So, what some friends in high school and I decided was we were going to get these picture frames, and since we don't see each other all the time, and sometimes there'll be a vacation planned and I can't go, and there's pictures and stuff that I want to see, and I just want to be included in the group. So what I did was, even I have one.
Nice.
We are all three going on a cruise in April.
That is correct.
Now, this picture frame, you download an app into your phone and you upload from your phone to the picture frame. your video, and your pictures. I just lost my Mandalorian.
Whose house is haunted now?
It's just my other Mandalorian wanted to, be in the frame.
So I will tell you, the interesting thing about this is we, my wife and I, have actually purchased some of these picture frames before for my parents and her parents to be able to send pictures of like us and the kid to. And it very much comes in handy. We take pictures and then we are able to, either via email or via an app, upload the pictures and there they go.
We can email each other pictures to our picture frames.
So, more likely than not, I could see that being used in unfortunate ways as well.
Yeah.
So
I can too.
The way I was describing it to some of my friends is, well, Mark, you have a child. So, so let's just say you do a video of your child on when their birthday time comes, and happy birthday, all that stuff, blow out the candles, and then next year you do it again, and you do this until your kid is grown and leaving the house, and you have a backlog of all of their birthdays, and all of that will fit in the frame in their own little file. You can make files. So when your in-laws come over, you're like, ooh, the in-laws are coming over. Okay, let me put the in-laws file on. When I come over and James comes over, oh, let me put the homeboys file. Stuff like that. So that's the way I was looking at it. We're going to have some great times on the cruise. And that's where we can start with Fat and Black. And then we can push into other things, like some of the shows that we're doing, and we can just send each other just photos and everything else. And when you guys come over, we all have our own private lives, but at some point you guys will be visiting my home. We'll have a whole backlog of pictures of fun times that we've had before then, during then, and in the future. And so that's why I was like, let's go ahead and do this. And
I respect the respect.
And so I was like, yeah, the three of us will have.
I like that.
I don't know what our first picture uploaded will be, but
it will be good.
James knows what it'll be for me.
It better not be, bro.
So Jim asks, what are you drinking, James? Because he thinks he missed it.
Oh, I'm drinking Old Fezziwig. Which Fezziwig is the character from A Christmas Carol. So,
well, Jim, if you happen to get the link,
share some files.
You could email some pictures to James' picture frame.
We'd love for you to share them with us so that we could use them here on the show. So Tyrus got James and I picture frames, digital picture frames. And by the way, the 32 gig is approximately like 6,000 plus photos.
Yikes.
That's what I'm saying. Files, man.
Yeah. Files on files on files.
Since we're in the holiday spirit, all of your Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever holiday that you experience, that you enjoy, you have a file for that, and it will just, like a slideshow, go through all of your Christmas photos during Christmas time.
That's cool. I feel it.
Yes, mine will probably be perpetually on Disneyland photos or vacation photos, because that's what I like to think about when I look at a picture, is the good times. So I decided to, evidently out of the three of us, was the unique one, which is not to be expected. And I got you each different things. So for Tyrus, I procured a couple of t-shirts,
yes.
Which I'm disappointed that you're not wearing one right now, since you have received them.
That's because I'm wearing this one.
Yes, but I did not get you that. I fully was expecting you to wear the Jingle Boy shirt.
I was kind of hoping he'd wear one of those shirts as well.
Do you want me to go put it on? Because I will go put it on.
I do, as a matter of fact. I do want you to go put them on.
You
And
go.
I want you to go right now.
You go and put
All right,
the shirt.
okay,
put my
I will
shirt
be
on.
black. I mean, back.
While he goes to get that, and I'm not going to leave the camera on just in case he changes in front of the camera for y'all. I don't want you to have to go through that.
Yikes.
Just like you wouldn't want to see either of us doing that,
No.
to be fair.
Absolutely not.
So while he's obtaining those shirts that I procured him, James, I got you a shirt of sorts as well. I'm not surprised that you're not wearing yours. So this is a Sherpa lined Coleman long sleeved. What do they call them? Hennessy? Henley?
I don't know. Whatever.
I think it's a Henley. But have you tried that? I saw you put it on the show, but have you worn it since then and actually given it a go?
No. I'm probably gonna wear it tomorrow though, because it's gonna be cold outside.
I'll tell you, man. I wear that thing without, I'll wear it with just a beater.
Oh, really? It's
and
that warm?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is nice.
All right.
Yeah. And
like
Jim
that.
confirms Henley.
Yes.
Obviously, neither of us are fashion savvy.
Jim's not really either, but
more than us, clearly.
Clearly.
And we have the Jingle Boy back.
Is he back?
So first up, he's got the God of War in Dragon Ball Z style.
Yes, I love the shirt. And then those you guys know I love God of War. And
Jingle Boy.
I'm breaking stuff.
Yeah, bro, you
It looks like they fit, so I'm glad
Kratos don't play that mess, man. He don't like the Mandalorian.
He's destroying your room.
Kratos don't like the Mandalorian, man.
Clearly. Dang. Oh yeah.
He said Jingle Boy.
So James, I got you the Henley. I also, for those of you that have been following along for Podmas, you'll notice that we've had the different images, or not different images, but one specific image that has a white and a black Santa. And of course, now we each have our Santas. So I thought about sending you the white one and me keeping the black one, but so there was that. I also sent you some candy in the way of
Sour Patch Kids ornaments,
which I know you're a big Sour Patch kid, so
yeah,
I thought you would enjoy that. And yes, I am wearing a onesie with a hood, as a matter of fact.
Dude, does it have the feet? Does it have?
It's not a hoodie footy.
Oh.
Yes.
Hoodie.
Unfortunately, but it is a onesie with a hood. So, and then lastly, I sent James some soap.
Yeah.
Because I made some soap myself, and to be fair, my wife did help me with that. But I chose the color, the scent, and the mixture that went into it. Have you used it yet?
Yeah.
And
it's good. It's like it lathers up nice. It smells good. So yeah, it's good.
Goat's milk, son.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but yeah, cleaned your boy. Boy.
Goat's milk, lard, oils.
Mark sent you some soap, man. Wash your buns, sir.
Please.
Hey, always.
Thou shalt not be funky.
Keep that dish clean. Am I trying to tell James something?
I have a three loofah system.
James is actually one of the most hygienic people I know, even though he may be physically clean. He doesn't keep anything else clean. His room, a mess. His car, a mess. He is a mess, but he's clean. He is physically clean. I will give him that. So yeah, the great gift exchange. So I think I think that who do y'all think came out the best?
What do you mean?
Do you who do you think
Gave the
James?
best.
Did you prefer Tyrus's or my gift?
Actually, I liked both of them. Now that I really understand it, now that definitely I was confused by the picture frame, but I was like, oh yeah, we got the cruise coming up, so that makes total sense. But I did like yours because like that was I did like because we had talked about the shirt before. I didn't know the Santa was coming or like the other stuff was coming, so that was a nice surprise. And
Good looking
then,
out, Jim.
but yeah, no,
And Tyrus, would you say James's or mine?
Bruh. I like two things: God of War and drinking, man. Those are two great things, man.
But next year we get him God of War mugs.
Oh,
see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'm gonna give Mark an edge on this one because, sorry, James. The reason why is Mark knows me well, and well, number one, we're always going back and forth on some God of War. And I actually told James
there is no back and forth. It's just back and back.
Yeah, I told James that knowing Mark, he'll probably get me some Assassin's Creed game or something. And if not, something God of War related.
he did.
And
Sure enough,
I was right, but Mark took it up a notch, and he also found a shirt that put my second favorite anime in with God of War, which was Dragon Ball Z. So
I never got into Dragon Ball Z. It just took too long. It should never take like 5 episodes to power up. That's all I'm saying.
That is why they made Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they got rid of all the filler. 250 episodes went down to like 100.
What is that?
You're drinking finish now? Off my screwball. Jesus. My peanut butter whiskey.
Man, he just drinking and drinking.
See, that's the beauty when you don't have to commute somewhere. Like you roll out of bed and you sit at the computer and you're at work.
Literally, I did, to be clear, I did take a shower and all that kind of stuff, but this is what I've been wearing all day since I got it.
Office attire.
Do you guys realize that when COVID was going on strong and we had that lockdown, all these companies that were doing work from home, their productivity went higher.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I read reports.
It would just be a wonderful thing if I can just roll out of bed and I'm already at work. But
bro, I'm telling you, one of these days you'll be able to VR drive your bus.
Well, Google is already trying to make us autonomous.
Will you still be doing it from home? Like, would you still have a job
sit there and hold the wheel just to be safe?
We have to, as of right now, by law, there has to be an operator. I don't know if you guys know, but BART is autonomous. Did you guys know that?
I thought there was I guess
BART is 100% autonomous, but there is always an operator
on it
in the booth,
just in case.
They're in the seat, and they open and close the door. That's it. When the doors close and that train starts moving, that's all computer.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I made a huge mistake. So during COVID, when everything went sideways, I got to go 100% remote from home. And, then as things started to relax, they were like, okay, we want you to come in 2 days a week. And I was like, I really don't want to work 2 days a week in the office. And so I decided, okay, let me start looking. So I found this other job where I got to be a tax auditor, which was supposed to be 100% from home, aside from when you went to a business to do a tax audit. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Well, I go take this job and they told me, you're going to come into the office for the first couple months for training. And I was like, okay, I can do knowing me, I'm a pretty quick learner, probably like 2 months, I'm thinking. I was there for 6 months, still in the office every single day. And I finally had it. I was like, what's the deal? Like, why am I still here every day? And they were like, well, we weren't expecting people to pick up so quickly, but normally it's usually you're in the office for the first year. And I'm like, if you had told me that before I accepted the job,
Yeah, nah.
would have never taken it.
Mm.
So then I got another job, and now I'm 100% remote. And I can be in a much higher position if I wanted to. I could go back to the private sector and make a lot more money as well. But I work from home. I've got decent benefits. I make decent money and retirement. So, it's one of those things where it's like, I could go make more money in the private sector, but
Yeah. What is that term you like to say? Have poop in one hand, wish in the other.
Close, yes.
Yeah.
So getting back to the gift exchange, from my end, I would say that Tyrus had the edge on you, James. No offense. We've wanted one. We've talked about getting one at some point, and so unfortunately, Tyrus was able to unknowingly fill that niche of something we wanted, and getting to utilize it in the ways as Tyrus has discussed, with taking photos. And it's nice because, we could be at it doing the cruise, right? We could be at a shore excursion, all of us doing the same shore excursion, but getting multiple different angles of what's going on.
Jim got jokes. Jim got jokes.
Yeah, sure does.
Poor James taking the L.
No,
at
James,
least he's
I love my
not
pint
taking
glasses,
the D.
bro. I love them.
No,
really.
Hey man, like I said, I'm not hurt in any way. I was just happy to be able to. I was excited to do this, because like for me, like normally what I do is I give gift cards. Like that's normally what I do. But like for this one,
you don't normally give anything. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah, well, I send gift cards and stuff like that. That's normally what as far as gifts go, that's what I normally do is gift cards.
Where's my backlog? Because
well, I'll put you like this, guys. James really did call me last night, and he was like, "You got the wrong one," and this and that, and I was like, "You couldn't. You didn't have to tell me anything. I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known." I'm like, not only do I love these glasses, it's. I live in a bachelor home right now, but I try to make everything come together. So old school bachelor home has like 50 million different cups and glasses. I now have pint glasses that match.
There you go.
That is important.
There you go.
Very important.
Got a pair of matching pint glasses. That's not a common thing necessarily, unless it's just generic, glass.
These are unique matching pint glasses.
And Jim, I got to ask you, how many gift cards has James gotten you for the holidays? That's right. So I'm just curious, James, who are you sending gift cards to? Just your mom and your brother and your dad? Because I've known you for 20 plus years, and I know I sure as hell have never gotten one.
Yeah, that's for the most part. That's not completely true. I've sent you guys gift cards before. I sent you Amazon gift cards.
Well, I didn't get them.
This is my first gift from James.
Well, this is also the first time it's been years since we've talked like this in a long time. So
and yes, I have no doubt that I won't say the name of the child, but I have no doubt that the child in reference you probably have given gifts to. You've given more gifts to my child than you've given to me. So actually, we might be equal now since this gift exchange. So, however, Tyrus did give better gifts to my kid than you. So I will.
Whatever.
Just saying. Anyways, let's get into some of our normal shtick, shall we?
Yeah.
45 minutes in, let's do some normal stuff, huh?
Yeah.
So this one's for Tyrus, of course. God of War has been confirmed to be picked up by Amazon Prime for a series, and this is some obviously fan fantasy casting. These were ranked on fandom. I will say the number one choice, Triple H, is probably my favorite look wise, and I
Yeah.
think he could probably decently do the character. Christopher Judge, for those of you that don't know, is the voice actor, and I believe he's the mocap actor as well
Yeah.
for Kratos. So not well known. He's done a couple of things here and there, but not big on TV and film.
His biggest thing he done on TV was Stargate SG-1.
There we go.
He was on that.
We've got at number 3 Jason Momoa, who's probably going to be looking for work since it sounds like his Aquaman is done.
I heard he shaved his beard.
I mean, it's a television series. They can put one on him.
Oh,
the one that I think is the surprising one on this list is at number 4, Tom Hardy.
Why is he even considered?
I would have never considered him for Venom, to be clear.
yeah.
So
That was
maybe
he was a different take on Eddie Brock for sure.
maybe it's from an acting perspective, because I think out of the 5 listed here, he's probably the best
Better actor. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
But
he's too small, though.
Bro, there's a lot of tricks there, bro. Like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone are short, and they've used tricks on those guys to make them look bigger all the time.
It's all a matter of who you cast counter to him, you know?
That's true too. There's apple boxes. There's a lot of different
That's right.
things.
Tom Cruise don't like any women over 4 feet acting with him. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. Like James said, there's those apple bottom jeans. So
What?
at number 5, Drax, who we know is done after Guardians 3.
Dave.
And James's good buddy, Dave Bautista.
Man. Oh man.
He, I think, has a good look for the character.
I think he might be a little too big. He might be a little bit too big for Kratos, though.
Yeah, I agree in that regard. But I did like this. I still think probably of the 5 listed, Triple H, best look. Tom Hardy, probably best actor. Christopher Judge, I would love to see them go with him just because he's been the character.
If we can combine them all together.
He's one of 2 men that played Kratos. He's, for those of you who don't know, T.C. Carson actually is the original Kratos from the Greek mythology. And when they moved over to Norse, Christopher Judge took over. And I think Christopher Judge, I mean, he is the voice, and he has the acting ability to pull it off. But yeah,
that's the thing, though. I mean, the acting ability and the voice acting and acting, yes, they are very in line. But when you're going from voice acting to like playing an actual character, I think it would be totally. It's not going to be this.
No, he's a bona fide actor, bro. He did he was in all the seasons of Stargate SG-1. He's an actor first.
Oh, okay.
I think my biggest concern with him is, could they actually pull off the look? Because to be clear, this is what he looks like right now today. I don't know.
He's gonna have to go.
Could they do it?
He's gonna have to go through some major. He's gonna have to hit the gym stupid hard.
Well, you know, they of course shaving his head. That's a given.
Supposedly this is him as well. So
yeah, that's him. That's him now.
Now Tyrus is the fanboy. He's been looking him up, so he knows. He knows what he looks
that's
like.
not him now. He's bigger. That picture next to that's him from Stargate SG-1. But the picture to the left is more recent. So he would have to get into the gym but you know how Hollywood workouts do.
I'm just more thinking like it looks like he's had a lot of work done, and
he does. The way I look at it, it depends on where they start the series. If they're starting with young Kratos, the original person that was thought up to play the role was Jason Momoa. Now, if they were doing young Kratos, I could see that. But if they're doing old Kratos, then I would go with Christopher Judge. Paul Levesque has the best look in this picture, or Triple H.
The game.
He has the best look in this picture, and I think when it comes to playing Kratos, he has the size and everything else. But there are two things.
And remember, Triple H does have those blade chops.
Oh yeah, he has the beard, naturally.
No. He was in Blade.
Oh yes. Blade.
And he has, and he does have the WWE Studios movies.
That bus driver one, or substitute
that's
teacher
not
one?
That's not a selling point for me.
Okay.
Blade Trinity.
I just don't see his acting ability there. But then
what are you talking about? He's been on TV for years, and he's been
pretending like he likes Vince McMahon for how long?
Yeah,
he calls him Pops.
He even married his daughter to pretend that he liked him.
Problem, the biggest problem I see with him playing the role is that he has a recurring heart condition that forced him to retire. So from wrestling, from in-ring action. So him doing all the physical stuff as Kratos, I don't see happening. I just don't.
Stunt double.
Yeah, I agree with James. I think a lot of that can be done through stunt double. And, I don't know. Again, Triple H has the best look, but
Tom Hardy is the best actor out of the group.
I would not be surprised in the least if Amazon went with somebody unknown.
Yeah, I can totally see that happening.
And my thoughts on this, becoming a series, like I said to Mark when he posted it, I said this is going to be an epic fail.
Here's what exactly you said. This is the quote you said.
He had it queued up. Yeah, I said this is going to be an epic fail. They need to leave it alone. How many video game to movie or series, whatever you want to call it, has actually worked? How many? Name
Uncharted
one.
was actually good.
What?
Uncharted.
Sonic.
Lately, in the last decade, 100 times more than any time before then.
Yeah. I mean, like we don't talk about that first Mario movie, but
we don't talk about Mario.
Double Dragon. There was a Double Dragon movie.
I do remember that one too.
Hey, Street Fighter was off the hook.
Street Fighter was dope at the time, but I look back on it now, I'm like, yikes, that was pretty bad.
Dude, Guile was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Whoa. We don't talk bad about Jean-Claude, bro.
French accent still.
Dude, bro will kick your head off.
We do not talk bad about you will get a swift roundhouse kick to the head. We do not talk bad about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You talk bad about Jean-Claude, you're going to provoke the almighty Chuck Norris, and you don't want to do that.
Hey, look, I will say, yes, I do understand, but like I will say, Raul Julia as Bison was probably my favorite.
Amazing.
I loved Raul Julia. I loved Raul Julia.
Hold on. Let us not forget Cammy, played by anyone?
I don't even remember.
Cammy?
Yeah, she was in that movie. I remember.
Who played Cammy? I don't remember.
I don't even remember.
Mega Australian pop star.
Was it Kylie Minogue?
Yes, it was.
Holy crap!
Was it Kylie Minogue?
Yes, it was.
Okay, wait. I got one more for you. Who was Chung-Li?
I don't remember her name right now, but I know she went on to become famous.
Ming-Na Wen.
Yes.
From what?
Come on, Mandalorian?
Mandalorian?
Oh, okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Jinx.
Oh, that was her?
Jinx, let's drink.
Oh. I didn't realize.
Mulan?
Ming-Na Wen was Chung-Li.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, Jim confirms Kylie and hot. That's who.
But I'm just saying. But I will give hope because Amazon Prime
They will
has
spend the
done
money.
well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Their Lord of the Rings prequel show they got going. I have not finished it. I'm halfway through it. There's so many other shows I'm watching, but they have done well. It is good. I don't care what anyone else
they
says.
got
People
The
hate it.
Boys,
I like it, and it's
uh,
beautiful.
the
The Boys, amazing. Vox
Jack
Machina,
Ryan.
Jack Ryan.
what was that other?
Oh.
That one they did with Michael B. Jordan. That flick.
So
Yeah,
Amazon
they
is
do put
Amazon
money in this
Prime.
stuff.
They have done pretty well with their exclusives. So
Yeah, so I mean that's why
that's the only hope that I have for this.
that's why I'm not denying them anything, because like those shows they put money into them. They're not just they're not gonna say they're gonna pick something up and do a garbage job of it. Tyrus.
It's not like an Assassin's Creed movie, but
yo,
For sure. That thing was not good.
I actually own it, bro. I own it.
What does that say about you? I don't.
You do.
Oh man.
Mark, you definitely do.
I don't own it.
Dude,
You do
I
own it.
own the last.
You own it because I got the
Airbender
code
movie.
for that movie from you.
No. I bought that movie when I was working at the pawn shop, and I got rid of it.
Oh,
I own Last Airbender. Okay.
So for those of you that don't know, I worked at a pawn shop for a little while, and it was, I'll tell you, the best part of working at the pawn shop was getting to buy stuff at the pawn shop for super cheap. And DVDs or Blu-rays at the time, we would buy them for like $0.25 for a DVD or $1 for a Blu-ray. And to buy them as an employee was at cost. So there are a ton of Blu-rays I bought, such as Assassin's Creed, just so it was like renting it. I would take it home and I'd watch it. And a lot of the times it still had the little barcode inside to get the movie for free. But no, I do not have it any longer.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the ones I took back and resold back.
I own one of the worst movies ever made.
Magic in the Water?
No.
Actually, I do own the Mario Brothers movie, but the only reason I have that is just because of it was a nostalgia thing, and I found it for like $5. So I was like, okay.
You spent $5?
3 worst movies ever made. Made in my strictly my opinion, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrong show. Go do your own thing.
I know.
Yeah, now he's
okay.
Hold on.
Number
Clearly,
Number
Tyrus has
3.
forgotten what show this is. So let's.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Just in case you forgot.
This is the Fat and Black Connection. You had that other show that went defunct.
How many episodes did you do, by the way?
Or on hiatus, as you like to say.
Indefinite hiatus.
Yeah.
All 6 episodes.
So what
Garbage Pail Kids movie.
That was not one of the worst 3. Please tell me you're going to retract that, because that film is amazing.
I've never.
It turned into a musical, which kind of
wanted to even
threw me off. But that is one of the 3. One of my
what's
3
the other
worst
2
movies. I don't own the second one, which was Masters of the Universe.
Yo, Dolph Lundgren is a genius.
No. Masters of the Universe. I am all about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I am sorry that movie, number 1, didn't take place on Eternia. There was no Orko. He-Man never used.
Mute this man.
Anyways,
yeah, he's still going.
He is.
He's still going.
So
does he not realize he's not there anymore?
I'm fully expecting that when I bring him back, he's going to tell us the next film is like Howard the Duck. Let's see.
He-Man was horrible.
Last movie.
The last movie.
Howard
and
the Duck?
The worst movie of all time. Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh yeah, no, that's a given.
Okay.
I'll give you that. I didn't even pay money. I didn't even want to pay money to even go see that.
I saw it for free
because I saw the trailer and I was like,
"Damn refund."
Nope. You saw it for free and wanted a refund? Dang.
That movie was so bad I didn't even know it existed.
I knew it existed because I saw a trailer one time. and I looked at
until this moment, I had no idea.
I saw it and I was like, why
is this a live action film?
Yeah.
It is a live action, dude. Look it up,
like
bring
recent,
it and show the
like
picture.
it's supposed to be in like modern times too, which was also like
you
crazy.
know
What is
why?
this? Dragon Ball what?
Evolution. Now, one of the reasons why I am so mad about that movie is that the creator of the whole Dragon Ball franchise, Akira Toriyama, he directed the movie. He did the movie.
Yikes.
And I mean, you had what was it, Chow Yun Fat?
Yeah.
He was Master Roshi, and he tried to put all the stuff in the anime, all the jokes and the perviness. It was a waste of his talent. And of course, Goku was some up and coming guy. Piccolo was played by the dude that was Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. It just.
I'm sorry.
Chi-Chi was the girl from Real World San Diego. Jamie something. Jamie.
I'm sorry. Is Goku a white guy?
Yeah, Goku's a white guy of all things. Yeah.
Yikes.
It just
Ghost in the Machine situation.
It was horrible, bro. Like, just no, bro. The worst movie of all time.
I still think this movie called Magic in the Water is the worst one of all time. Let's move on to our next subject.
All right, let's talk about something coming up soon. We got our first look at Night Court revival.
Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah, some sexy jazz music going to be playing.
Still one of the best theme songs. I love
that. Now I see.
We have some of the original cast coming back.
I see one in the picture. Is that what's her name from
there's two
Big Bang Theory? That's Michelle Roach.
I believe so. Playing, she's evidently playing the daughter of Harry, whatever, from the original series.
Yeah,
the original judge,
John Larroquette. Man's back.
Coming back. Yep.
Is he still a prosecutor?
Yeah,
for sure. And evidently Jim took off and now he's back, so that's good. I guess he was over hearing about Dragon Ball, but understandable. So yeah, Night Court coming back. The first look, got to see some behind the scenes and whatnot, and I enjoyed this show when it was on.
Yeah.
I caught it in syndication. I'm too young to have seen it in its prime. Tyrus, you're the old man here. Do you remember watching this in prime time?
I believe so I was in private school at the time, so that's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. The series ended while I was in private school. The one thing that I remember, which I thought was hilarious, was when everyone was saying their goodbyes, the bailiff, Bull. I guess he was visited by aliens, and the aliens offered to take him on an adventure, and he was like, okay. And they beamed him out of there, and the show was over.
Hold on. So to be clear, this series was on from 1984 to 1992. You were not in junior high in 1984.
I'm talking about the season finale when I was in middle school.
Because
Jim, he's asking what private school. I went to St. Cyprian, in Sunnyvale.
Another Richie over here. I didn't realize I guess you and James both were Richers.
But I was promoted to high school from St. Cyprian in the 93 year.
193 episodes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I knew the show was well received. I didn't realize it was that good, that it had 9 seasons.
Oh yeah, so you only had 12 episodes. 12 episode seasons. But yeah, no, I mean, like, and it was good. I mean, I remember I remember seeing, I think some of it was live and I think some of it was in syndication, but I do remember like Night Court. I just basically it was the theme song. I really liked John Larroquette. I really liked I liked just the cast was a lot of fun. Like they looked like they were a good ensemble cast.
Who was the other prosecutor?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Like
The interesting thing is the series evidently only ranked, according to Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt, only the highest ranking from a rating standpoint it ever had was 7th place. And that was its 4th and 5th seasons.
That's interesting.
Marky Post. Yeah, that's she's the only one that moved on that did other stuff like big time.
And
But
it did.
what she does
It won multiple Emmys. It won,
Yeah.
you know, it won a good amount of awards and had a ton of nominations in its time. So I like I said, I didn't know that this show was as good as the few episodes I can remember I enjoyed, but yeah. Anyways, this is coming back. So for those of you interested, I have heard that a lot of the original cast that are still alive will make appearances here and there. So, you know, that's some good TV coming up. Up next, I've got, and I want to talk about a film that is coming up in the very near future. And by near, I mean like 7 months from now. Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan.
Yo.
This trailer, man. So I've been interested in this film since it was first announced.
Yeah, I remember that just the teaser trailer was crazy. Like the full trailer is insane.
Yeah, Tyrus, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but
No.
it's a. Do you know who Oppenheimer is?
He created the atomic bomb.
He's the guy responsible.
It's
for
the
atomic bomb.
Manhattan Project.
He was a part of the team on the Manhattan Project, but
Yeah.
he is the guy responsible. And one of the things that they did for this film is Christopher Nolan did his damnedest to make sure that all of the special effects were real effects. So there's actually a moment where they test a bomb, not Fat Boy or Little Man, but they test a bomb, an atomic bomb, and they used some realistic effects.
No.
And so I am very much interested in this and looking forward to this. The trailer is good. The talent in this film is, you know, as you can see listed on this poster, you know, you've got in the lead role of Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy. And if you don't know who that is, go back and watch, you know, the Batman Nolan trilogy films. He played Scarecrow in all 3 films, the only character aside from Batman and Alfred to be in all 3.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess
well, Heath Ledger was supposed to be in the 3rd one, but you know,
he wasn't in the first one. Anyways, but Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
So a really a good cast. I think this is going to be a great film. I am looking forward to it.
No doubt. Like, yeah, I saw that trailer when I went to go the other day on an IMAX screen, and I was like, what?
And this film was shot for IMAX, so with IMAX. So going from this to this, which to be clear, this is a fan-made poster. Because there has not been an official poster release yet for Barbie, but
that trailer is that trailer's insane. Like that's all I can say. That trailer, it's the weirdest thing.
I like the trailer because it's a play on you know, some classic films. You know, what's the one 2001 Space Odyssey where, you know, you got the monkeys playing with stuff, but it's little girls playing with dolls, and I'm interested in. I won't watch this in the theater. I'll be straight up. That's not going to happen. But if this comes out on Netflix or HBO Max or one of the services then I will probably watch it, just because seeing Ryan Gosling as Ken, I think that's interesting. Margot Robbie,
Margot Robbie is Barbie.
yes,
Yeah.
Eh,
It looks part musical. It looks like almost. It's probably a bad acid trip. I don't know, but
and Simu Liu, who, for those of you that don't know, is from Shang-Li.
Shang-Li,
Not
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yes,
and
Shang-Chi. He is in it as well. So they do have some diversity in the casting, which is good to see. America Ferrera is evidently in it as well.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh, just Barbie?
Hey, dude,
why not?
They're gonna make that paper off of it, I'm sure.
Why not? Well, I mean, you've got everything else. You've got, comic books that are turned into film. You've got Transformers were turned into comic books and then turned into film. They're.
I'm just like, okay, you kind of lost your Pirates of the Caribbean spin that you're gonna get, so now you're doing Barbie.
Don't worry about it. Just let it be.
Okay,
it's gonna happen. It's probably done. It's probably in the can somewhere. So
I'll let it be. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up, man. But I will not pay to watch this movie. Sorry.
No, absolutely not.
I agree with you. I won't pay to watch it, aside from it already being on a service that I receive.
Yeah.
But I think there are worse things out there in the world. I will give it a go. This next one, I feel like I have to at least play a snippet, and this might cause us a copyright issue. Whatever. I am going to go ahead and mute myself so that there's no echo effect.
Santa Paws. I like to beat the box. I like to beat the box, get in the groove. A jamming and a banging some Fortnite moves. I can floss like a boss. Watch me crisscross. Are you feeling sad? Do the Santa dab. Oh, it's me, the VIP. See me on the dance floor doing the tidy. Mummies and daddies, are you feeling perky? Oh, get down, do the Christmas twerky. I do the Christmas twerky. I do the Christmas twerky. Stop.
That's Pete and Bass?
I'm sorry, that's what?
Okay, I came across these guys a couple months ago. These are like 70-year-old British guys, Pete and Baz, and they, I guess, were like former gangsters or whatever, and they turned rappers, and it's crazy, but they are actually good. Like I listen, their songs are on the streaming, all the major streaming platforms, and I actually enjoy their songs. It's pretty cool. But yeah.
So I will tell you, so this is SantaVM.com, which VM is video message. These guys put together video messages from Santa, and you could pay to have a custom video made for, like, we could have done one for Fat and Black Connection. We could have done one for my kid or for each of us individually. They're fully booked. They made probably a crap ton of money just for making videos like that. We're in the wrong business, my friends.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Next year, Tyrus. So, Tyrus, I need you to spend the next year growing out your beard. We're going to do Black Santa stuff.
I like it. I definitely like it.
And James is going to be your Black Santa elf.
Let's go, man.
And I'll put on a red nose, and I'll be your reindeer.
No, bro.
So our website will be Black Santa VM.
There you go. I like it.
I'd probably get in trouble.
Santa comes to the ghetto.
No, Santa moved out of the ghetto.
That's a real song, James Brown. Anyways,
Well, let's talk about something that we're all involved with. So this last week, we saw, or I guess I should say, heard episode 4 drop of Murphy's Inc. of My Closest Companions, episode 4. This is the imagery used from that episode. Episode 5 has aired on knvc.org, but will be coming available on demand via all major podcasting platforms this Friday at 9 p.m.
Yes.
And that episode, of course, is Time and Time Again. So, Tyrus, episode 4 is one of the few that you're, if I remember correctly, you're not actually in.
No, I'm not.
And I would say, and this is me being honest about this episode, I think this is the weakest episode of the series to date. I think it's a transitional episode that is used to move into episodes 5 and 6. So in that regard, from a storytelling standpoint, there are things to be achieved, but I think from like the standpoint of growing, developing, learning the characters, things of that nature, this is probably the weakest episode. What do you think, James?
No, I 100% agree with that. But yeah, no, definitely like it's right in the middle. So it's like, you know, a lot of shows like sometimes in the middle there's a dip, and then you know you got hills and valleys. So
Do you think it's because we didn't have Tyrus in the episode?
Couldn't be,
yeah.
Not, bruh. I love the show. I love what's happening. I don't like my performance at all.
Most people don't like their own performances. It's all good. It happens.
I
like
just
your performances.
I
You're
know
fine.
my capabilities.
I love my performance, by the way. I think I'm great.
Of course you do.
I just don't. I had hopes of how I sounded, and
It's
I feel
actually
like
it sounds like you.
I let myself down. I
You
feel
did,
like I let myself
bro.
down.
Don't knock yourself. I think you did just fine.
Considering it was the first thing from an acting standpoint you had done in over a decade.
Yeah, you did absolutely fine. Trust me, you're good.
I know you, and I know what talent you had back 10 plus years ago. And no, I'm not gonna sit here and like, you know, hold your hand and tell you, oh, you're great, you're amazing.
It is not my best work, bro.
It is not your best. It is not your worst, though.
But this is like your first thing out.
Remember, I was in Crucible with you.
That was hard, but Crucible, I had to, man.
Next subject.
Man.
Moving on.
Nothing like losing your voice on stage, huh? But you still got through it.
So the county of San Bernardino, California, has recently had a vote where they have, in essence, commanded the council of the county to do a study to see what the value would be in seceding from the state of California. This is not
county anyways.
This is not a new conversation.
No.
How many times are we going to go through this, man?
As a reminder, there was recently conversations around California itself being split into 6 individual states.
Jefferson.
Those being South California, Central California, West California, North California, Jefferson, and Silicon Valley.
The heck is Jefferson? Like, why Jefferson?
After the president.
It's a crap.
Because just not far north of there, you've got Washington.
Oh,
I think that was.
Is that the reason?
Even before that one, they tried to split the state like in 9 different.
I thought there was like, I heard it was like, I remember there was like 3, and then but anyways. So
now the interesting thing about these lines here for you, Tyrus, would be if it was to ever actually happen, you would be where you work. The state that you would be working in would be Silicon Valley, and you'd be living in Central California.
Yeah.
Different taxes.
Oh, significantly, I'm sure, because so part of the reason for the split and separation in the way that this has been drawn out is A, from a population standpoint, but B, it was also done on a political divide. Because there are parts of California that are very left leaning, and there are parts of California that are very right leaning. Obviously, West California, Silicon Valley, and North California, those three areas are very left leaning. South California, Central California, and Jefferson tend to be more right leaning. And so, obviously this is a push from, I think, those leaning towards the right due to the fact that the left seems to dominate California, and that's because they're centrally located in the Silicon Valley and in the Los Angeles, southern or west, in this diagram, for example, West California area. For me personally, I have no problem with it. I think there are many states that probably need to be split up, because I think there are people in that Central California or South California area that feel like they're getting the shaft when you're dealing with a 9% tax rate because of certain areas that are getting the dominant portion of the state's funding, such as the Silicon Valley or West California. I could see being frustrated with that.
Man.
Tyrus, you're the only current Californian here, so what are your thoughts?
You're right. Of course. Look, to this diagram, I live in Central California, and I have said it more than once that the area that I live in San Joaquin County. It is very conservative out here. But on the same side, I actually enjoy living here a little more than when I lived in Silicon Valley.
He's got
this
open space.
This separation honestly was a political grab. This particular one, trying to generate more votes, because California is the third largest state in the country. But when it comes to electoral college,
you mean by square mileage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Alaska being number one, then Texas, then California. But California, population-wise, is one of the highest, and they have
highest.
What is that? What do they have? Like 53 or 54?
Last poll or last I saw
like
was about 35 million. Let's see.
Now I'm talking about presidential. The electoral college votes. It's like,
I mean, it's not enough to where it would, like, California's never a state that they're worried about. It's always like the swing states they talk about.
Doing this, like Central and South California would turn into red states, is what they were.
So California has 55 electoral votes.
Yeah.
California has just shy of 40 million population, 39.24 according to Google. Part of the reason as well that they saw this split being appropriate, because I've done some research, because this was originally proposed when I still lived in California, and I guess James has decided to leave, is that what would actually happen here is currently in California you have 2 senators. Okay?
Yep.
With this split, there would be now 12 senators. Because for those of you out there that aren't good on your civics background, each state is given 2 senators. Additionally, you'd still have the same amount of Congress people, but those would be split in ways that would be more able to provide left and right amicably is what has been proposed. Because California has had such a left-leaning ability for so long, pretty much since Reagan left in the late 70s, early 80s, they have been able to gerrymander the lines.
Welcome back, James.
Yeah. I'm back. Whatever.
Okay.
To where it is, California is a super liberal state. Let's just be honest, right? Like, whether you're a conservative or a liberal, if you're not honest, if you can't be honest and say California has been made out to be one of the top, probably I would say 3 liberal states in the country,
Yeah.
with New York and probably I would say like Connecticut. Those are probably the top 3. It is what it is. Do I think California should be split into 6 states? Sure. I think Texas should probably be split into a couple as well.
That's the one thing I was thinking. Like there was never any talk about Texas being split up, and if it even is being thought up, they're gonna just catch all sorts of hell from every Texan that you know. And of course Texas
is like a big state of nothing as well. So
Austin is their blue blip because Austin is very liberal, but the rest of Texas is not.
Dallas is pretty liberal. San Antonio,
are they really?
San Antonio is extremely liberal.
All the like you look at the major hubs in Texas, they're pretty liberal.
But that's a thing you're going to see nationwide. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at like a nationwide electoral map that's broken out by county nationwide.
Yeah, like they do.
If you look, it is extremely red with some blue, but those blue areas are population heavy.
Yeah,
and so that's why you'll look at a state and you'll during your general elections, right? You'll look at a state and you'll see there's a ton of red there. Obviously it's going to be a Republican that gets voted out of there, but then you find out it's a Democrat, and that's because the population bases are in those cities,
the
like
red area,
San Jose, San Francisco, Los Angeles.
Yeah, your red areas are basically in like
your
rural areas. Yeah.
And that's the same here in Nevada. If you look at the state of Nevada, it is
red.
If you look at it from a square mileage standpoint, it is redder than red, except in Las Vegas and in Reno.
Yeah, Clark County and Washoe County.
But in Las Vegas, Clark County, you have almost 2 million people, and in Reno, you have about 600,000 people out of a population base of 3.5 million in the state of Nevada.
Yeah. So
I don't think I'd be able to. I'd have to either sell my house and move back to Silicon Valley, or I'd have to leave my current job and pick up another job in Central California. It just, state taxes suck, bro. And then
there are many people. No. So you got to remember, you are only supposed to pay taxes for the state you live in. So there are many people who live up here in Reno but work in California.
Mm-hmm.
So they're paying state taxes in Nevada because they live in Nevada. So you could live in Central California, maybe get a really great tax bracket comparative to the Silicon Valley, and you'd be fine. You're making the Silicon Valley money and
but
not getting
now with the governor of Silicon. Well, the governor of Silicon Valley could activate me at any point in time. Would he be able to do that? Put it this way: I am
first responder situation.
Exactly. So the governor in anywhere in the state of California, if a disaster happens, the governor can activate me and say, Tyrus, I need you to go down to San Diego. You're going to be driving a bus down there until I can send you back home. And he can do that. And I would be called anywhere in the state. Considering that I live in a different state, would he be able to call me? Would he be able to activate me for Silicon Valley?
I mean, it depends. I think it would all depend on if you work in Silicon Valley. I would think that you, and this is the only reason I don't think, this is the only reason I don't think this would even work anyway. But like, yeah, I think if you work within one of these, you're working in the system of that area, I think they would be able to call you and say, hey, we need your help here.
that my license would be an issue too, because there's two types. There's intrastate and there's interstate for a CDL. And one allows you to operate commercial vehicles within the state, where the other allows you to operate vehicles within the country. And that would mean that you can't have two different licenses as well. So it would be a headache for me.
Not
But-
really. So again, there are many people who work in California but live in Nevada, and that's across the state, up and down the state, not just here in Reno. And in that regard, simply you would have a commercial driver's license in the state that you live, which is therefore recognized. That they're just like a concealed carry weapon. Those are recognized from state to state to state. If you have a concealed carry in California, it's recognized in Nevada, vice versa. So,
Is that right?
yes. So if you had a commercial driver's license in Nevada, it would be recognized in California. Now, you as a worker in that regard, if this was to happen, there might be some extra hoops you'd have to go through, but it probably would not be significant. Either way, this is all hypothetical, and this has been talked about for a long time, but there is more and more talk. And I could see this actually happening in our lifetime. I could see California losing either counties or being split. And you know what I think I could see happening in this specific situation with San Bernardino is, rather than them leaving California and seceding to become their own state, is saying, hey, Nevada, can we join you? And I think that is a more realistic possibility with some of these bordering counties to Nevada. We'll see. I mean, obviously, right now it's all hypothetical. It's going to be a 2-year study and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it's fun to a degree to talk about. It's interesting. But let's talk about some more fun things, shall we? And this is something I think we all enjoy and appreciate. Have you guys heard of Wondrous Journeys?
I have now.
Did you know about this before tonight?
Nah.
Okay. So Wondrous Journeys is the new upcoming nighttime spectacular at Disney. Disneyland specifically. So this is in celebration of the 100
years.
And they're going to be doing this nighttime spectacular that is fireworks and imagery and audio. I posted it onto the page. There's a lot of stuff there to listen to and see. But this is obviously all artists, renderings, and concepts. But they're going to use the castle as well as a lot of Main Street to transform these areas into some of these famous films or specials over the last 100 years. Go ahead.
Now it feels like they're going to be using Small World as well.
So they currently are using Small World for a kind of an Encanto thing with Bruno, where every night you can go and watch It's a Small World get transformed into this thing. So it's very similar conceptually. And we actually saw some of this, if you recall, James, when we went a while ago in November of 2020. We saw, where they were turning the lights off and you'd see imagery show up on Main Street. And obviously we had the snow and all of that kind of fun stuff.
The mishap fireworks going off.
Yes, that was fun as well. But yeah, so they're more leaning into that. So Wondrous Journeys is the title. We have some imagery here where you can see they're looking at some renderings on a laptop, and this is from Sleeping Beauty. They're turning, so these images on the sides here, these are actually Main Street buildings being turned into scenes from Sleeping Beauty, where the castle has the main scene going on. Additionally, this is, under the sea, that actually kind of looks like the U.S. Capitol with some images from other things. And you even see like fireworks, pyro, what's going to happen at the same time. Peter Pan. This is Pocahontas. This is the one, of course, most people have already seen if they are in the know, and that's Encanto being, shot onto the Main Street buildings as well as onto the castle with fireworks. Yeah. So this is going to be a nighttime spectacular, and I think it's going to be pretty impressive. And you know what? We're going to get to see it.
Yes, sir.
You know why?
Because we're going in November. So get on that list.
Tyrus, are you going to be joining us in November of next year?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
What? No, I'm just kidding. I understand. I understand why.
I don't.
No, I've already. Okay.
Work. It has
seniority based work, and I've already placed my vacation weeks, so I would have to wait for that particular week to open up, and I would have to bid on it. And anyone with seniority over me has pull over it, so I would have to win that bid.
Yeah, or you could be sick.
Punch him in the balls.
Yeah, man.
Anyways.
Well, you should put in for it sooner than later, because this is the week before Thanksgiving. And actually kind of interesting.
High seniority. That's a high seniority week.
The week before?
The week of Thanksgiving would be a high seniority.
The week before Thanksgiving all the way till the week after New Year's is pretty much high seniority.
But talk to somebody and be like, "Yo, hey, I got this coming up. I need your help." Thanks.
You don't have to get the whole time off, because we're someone's a little bit so the plan currently is that we would be checking in on Saturday, November 11th, hitting up the parks from Sunday the 12th through Thursday the 16th, and returning for me back on the 17th of November. So
that's a lot of money. Woo.
Again, you don't have to go the whole time. Some of us are ballers, some of us are not. I can't speak to what you are.
No, I was just thinking on because the last time I went to Disneyland was the year prior to COVID. I shared a room with our mutual friend Justin. It was a convenient hotel room. Like, it was like a mile walk from the park. Like, you sit out on the balcony and you could see I think it was a Matterhorn you could see.
What hotel were you staying at?
I don't remember the name of the hotel. It was like
a mile away.
It's like a 5. The 5 was right in between the hotel and the park.
Gross.
And then you'd have to walk over the overpass. And then you'd have to walk down the side of the park to the front area, and then you have to walk in between the two parks.
So, Tyrus, you're new here at the Fat and Black Connection, so we'll forgive you. We here at the Fat and Black Connection like to stay at the Tropicana, which is directly across the street from the entrance.
Yikes.
And
that room for the 3 days that we were there.
Wait, they didn't have a shuttle that dropped you off there at the park?
No. Justin and I paid $800 each for that room, and it was
$800 each.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told him he can't pick a room no more.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong, because I'm staying at the Tropicana in a suite, a balcony suite. So again, literally directly across the street, and I'm staying for 6 nights.
Wow.
He's not even paying $800.
Well, no, I'm paying more than $800.
Oh,
But
it's like
if I was to split that
it
between,
would-
like, James, if you joined us in our room, we'd be paying a little bit more than 800. But that, again, 6 nights. How many nights did you stay?
3. 3 nights.
Oh, dear
$800 for
God.
3 nights?
hell no.
When James and when James and I went in November of last year, and we stayed at the Tropicana again, as Matt Murray confirms, Tropicana is the bomb. We stayed directly across the street from the park at the Tropicana Inn and Suites. We don't get paid by them, but I like to promote those that I like. How much did we pay? How much did you pay, James,
I don't even
for
remember.
3 nights there? I believe.
I don't
Let
even
me
remember.
bring it
I know
up.
it wasn't. It was like what, like 300 something, maybe.
It was like $350, I think.
Yeah, something.
So I'm not gonna lie, Tropicana is an older hotel. It's
Yeah.
one of the originals. It's been there for a long time. So it's not like they're super high end or anything like that. But it is right across the street.
You're literally
And-
going this. You sleep there. You hang out there for a little bit, and then you're at the parks most of the
Yeah.
day. So
So I don't know what the heck you're talking about, because
I ain't paying that much. That's a hell no.
because you and James could go together and split a room.
And we wouldn't be paying that. Anyways,
No.
Well, Justin picked it, and in the end, it was
Shame on
and
you.
You know what's funny? What's funny that had me laughing is when we were paying and we're looking at all the taxes and everything else, and it was a tourism tax on there. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I live in California. I'm not a tourist here.
you are down there.
And they're like, yeah, you're a tourist.
You most definitely are down there. 100%.
Yeah, because if you
That's
lived,
tourist area.
if you lived down there, you wouldn't be, because you wouldn't need a hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're staying at a
Yeah.
hotel, you're a tourist.
100.
So James wanted to talk about
Yeah.
this thing.
Yo, let me tell you right now. I have to take. When they came out with the title, "The Way of Water," I was like, "Yo, I'm not feeling that title." When I saw the movie, it made the title make so much more sense.
Okay, so James has promised not to give any spoilers. So from what I have gleaned, this film needs to clear $1 billion to break even. And it's well on its way. It's already almost 400 million worldwide.
It's actually 5. They said in a post that I saw online earlier today, they said they have reached 500 million.
Okay, so it's halfway to where it needs to be, and it's only been out for a week.
Yeah.
Surely it will get there. Will it be the number one film in the world? Probably not. Of all time, probably not. It's got a lot of work to do.
James Cameron says it really just needs to be like fourth or fifth, and it'll be fine.
Well, and to be clear, so a lot of people don't know, this film was actually filmed 4 years ago.
Yeah.
A lot of the people who worked on this film, they did their principal photography and everything 4+ years. I was reading a post today or yesterday by one of the actors, and for the life of me,
she thought it came out and it flopped.
yes, yeah, she thought it must have come out and just flopped, and she never heard anything about it.
Yeah, no, it was still being worked on.
So it has come out. Luckily, they got rid of the papyrus. For the what do they call that? The
logo,
the text, the
text?
font.
Oh.
There we go. I've been drinking. Can you back off?
Yeah, whatever.
So
yeah. Anyways, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you liked the first Avatar, go see this movie. If you didn't like the first Avatar, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I will tell you 100%, see this movie in 3D. Okay. I do have to give a shout out to some people I met when I went to go see this movie, because we chatted afterwards and I told them about this show and I told them about Murphy's Inc. as well. But Kaysen And Ashley, if you're out there, hopefully you tuned in. But I talked to them after the movie, and we had a whole conversation about it and everything else. But yeah, but honestly, this was a great sequel. And we were introduced to, I guess it's kind of a subspecies of the Na'vi.
Are you giving away spoilers?
No,
Because
That's what it sounds like.
You said you wouldn't. You said you wouldn't.
They show them in the trailer. They show them in the trailer.
But we don't know who they are.
So is this like Homo sapien versus Cro-Magnon?
No, it's just they are just more adapted to water.
Sounds like he's giving away content, folks.
I'm not giving away anything. This is literally it's in the trailer. Like they're they're clearly different. And so basically where Jake Sully, that's the one from the first movie, where they deal with more, they're land-based, jungle-based, and actually they're two different, basically they have two different names, because you got the what is it?
Yeah, they showed that in the first movie with the different tribes.
Yeah. So you have like I think it's what the Omatakaye, that's the ones from the first movie, and we were introduced to the Metakaina, which is this new tribe that, like I said, deal with water. But I'm telling you, it by far it's a phenomenal film. James Cameron. I mean, James Cameron doesn't. No, actually, he hasn't put anything out that's been like bad. So
you're suggesting that people should go see this?
Absolutely, 100%. But like I said, if you're gonna go see this film, like I saw it in IMAX 3D. You don't have to do all that, but like at least watch this movie in 3D. Because if you're lucky, you'll get the trailer for like I did. I got Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, and that looks incredible in 3D. So I might have to go see that film in 3D as well. But like James can't, when he makes this film and it's like 3D, it's not just like back in the day, like one scene will be in 3D. Like it's shot, the entire thing is in 3D. Like it's so like I said, if you enjoyed Avatar, you will like this movie. It's a great sequel. Like I said, I have to take back what I said. I thought The Way of Water was kind of a dumb title, but after seeing the movie, totally makes sense.
Fair enough. Well, I do plan to see the film. I just haven't yet. Life is busy. I will probably see this film in the next week or so, and I will either say you're an idiot or you were right. Tyrus, do you plan to see this film?
Yeah, I will, and not of my doing, but my movie buddy, she wants to see it, really wants to see it, so. She kind of drugged me out of the house to go watch Wakanda Forever. So,
why did she have to drag you out of the house to see Wakanda Forever?
Because
you wanted to see that movie straight up. Like
I did want to see it. But
that was when you were drugged up,
dude. When I was drugged up, yeah, bro.
I'm just giving you
them tiny little pills.
I'm just giving you a hard time,
man. No,
giving you a hard time.
It was more of it was during the time. Yeah, well, I'm back at work now, but it was during time where I'm off of work. I have all the time in the world to go see it, but I just became extra frugal, and I did not want to do any spending whatsoever because my finances were, let's just say, I got paid on Friday, but I didn't get my check until like 2 days ago. So it's like,
Yikes.
it kind of messes everything up with bills and everything
All
else.
right, listen, I'm not judging you. I'm just messing with you. Don't pay no mind. Anyway,
I'm judging you.
She's like, we're going, and I'm like, I don't want you to spend any money on me, and so I can't afford it right now. And she was like, STFU, and you're going, and so I went.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, let's go.
So I will watch this movie, but it will probably be out for a couple of weeks before I do.
Don't worry. I'm saying, like, if you see it, just pay a little bit extra, see it in 3D. That's all I'm saying.
So I will use this to springboard as a conversational opportunity to announce here, and this is actually going to be the first time you two are hearing this. I am hoping that in just a few weeks from now, that we will be able to have our first Black and Blacker episode, because I am going to need to step away for at least a week, if not two.
What?
Your boy is going to be having his tonsils removed.
Yikes.
Oh, snap.
You a little old to have your tonsils removed.
See, that's karma biting him in the bum, though, because he gave me flack for getting my wisdom teeth removed late.
It is late in life to have tonsils removed. However, there's this thing that happens as we get older, and for some people it's worse than others. It's like a calcium buildup that happens in pockets behind your tonsils, and evidently I have, according to my ear, nose, and throat doctor, extremely large tonsils. Wow. And which therefore means those pockets are more prevalent. And what happens is you create these little white balls of of grossness and stinkiness. And they're frankly just irritating. There are times where I'll be talking, having casual conversation, and I can feel like this kind of like tickle in the back of my throat, and it's annoying. And I'll find myself like sitting here having to go like to get them to come out. And they're gross, and they do eventually come out. But sometimes they're really tiny, and sometimes they're not so tiny. But ultimately, they cause really bad breath, for one. They're an irritation, for two. And so ultimately, your tonsils aren't really needed.
No.
And my doctor was actually surprised that I didn't have my tonsils taken out as a kid because of their size. I had many sore throats as a kid that probably most people wouldn't have had because their tonsils aren't so large. But ultimately, I am going to have my tonsils taken out on Wednesday, February 4th.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Wednesday, February 1st.
Okay.
So that is a Fat and Black day, if you will. So unfortunately, I am certain I will not be available that evening.
All right.
As well as potentially the following Wednesday. So, Tyrus, I need you to step up. And James, I also am going to need you to step up to actually, produce and run the show.
Well, it's in February, that's good old Super Bowl month.
There will be plenty to talk about, I have no doubt.
Yeah, so we'll have good times. But anyways, yeah. Wow, we're going on 2 hours here.
You got something to do? Because I wasn't done talking yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's wrap this up.
Oh, well, James, by all means, what do you got going on?
Let's not worry about it. We'll finish what you got to say. So
wait, hold on. I'm recalling last week's
Don't worry about it. Let's go. Let's just
No, hold on.
No, stop. No, we need to finish so I can go.
Go where?
Don't worry about it. I need to leave. Don't worry about it. Just say what you need to say.
The audience wants and deserves more.
They don't need to worry about it. If they watch the Podmas episode, they'll already kind of know. So anyways.
Are you going somewhere tonight?
Bruh, don't worry about it. Let's just finish.
Are you going to an ice skating rink?
No, I'm not going to an ice skating rink tonight.
Nah, James
I don't like ice skating.
James got a potty. That's what he has to do. He's holding one in.
Not quite.
Look at his face, bro.
Yeah. Like
he has to go.
That's what I'm saying. Let's wrap this up, please.
You gotta go weed, bro.
James, you're always welcome to step away and just go. We can handle this for the duration for a couple of minutes if you've got to.
I'm saying can we just say bye to the people?
Okay, well, I still have stuff I want to discuss. So, because I have conversations that I can go on for days. I mean, just because we're at an hour 55 doesn't mean that we can't go for 3.
Why?
Why not?
Bro.
Well, so we have a cruise coming up, and there are some things that I need to discuss with the two of you that are very pressing. And we haven't had a comment in the last, 10 minutes. So clearly that to me means that this is the 3 of us having a conversation, which is what this show is all about. It's just about us talking and being
Well, you know what?
friends.
You go ahead and talk to Tyrus about this. You can call me about this later.
Oh, so it's not just that you need to go pee. You've got something else going on.
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
Don't worry about it.
See, Matt wants to know. Matt wants to know.
Yeah,
James,
see, Matt says, don't take care of your
but
business.
he wants to know what your business is. What do you got going on?
Matt doesn't care.
What's her name, bro?
Don't, bro, guys, seriously, this is why I don't want to talk about it.
Or his name. I don't want to assume.
Yeah, we're not here to judge.
Definitely not
assume. I don't want to assume you.
that. Definitely not that. But I'm saying, like, because we waited on Tyrus, I planned on this being done way sooner. But it's all good.
Don't place the blame on me, sir.
I'm not placing the blame on you. I'm just saying I didn't plan on this going 2 hours tonight.
We love you, James. We love you.
I know. But yes. So anyways, if you guys if you have something